Still Life with Peaches, painted by Pierre-Auguste Renoir in the summer of 1881, stands as one of the most refined and accomplished works among his still life paintings. This piece was created at the country residence of his supporter and friend, Paul Bérard, and when exhibited at the 1882 Impressionist Exhibition, it received high praise from critics. Described as having a trompe-l'oeil-like texture to the peaches, the painting was celebrated for the technical brilliance and Renoir's distinctive aesthetic sensibility that delighted viewers. Today, the masterpiece resides in the collection of the Metropolitan Museum of Art in New York. The painting forms a pair with another still life using the same faience jardinière, a decorative ceramic planter, and both are now part of the Met's collection. Despite subtle differences between them, both works demonstrate Renoir's mastery in portraying the freshness of fruit, the texture of ceramics, and the nuanced play of light. Renoir often distanced himself from the hustle and bustle of city life to work in the tranquility of nature-rich suburbs. In the summer of 1881, he accepted an invitation from the Bérard family to stay at their estate, Château de Wargemont, in the Normandy region. While he continued to fulfill numerous portrait commissions during this period, he also devoted himself actively to still life painting. Still Life with Peaches was one of the fruitful outcomes of this effort. The Bérard household included many individuals, especially children, whose portraits Renoir also painted. But when fatigued from human subjects, still life served as a peaceful and creative respite. The elements he chose, succulent summer peaches and a finely crafted faience jardinière, reflect a deep appreciation for beauty found in everyday life, which he rendered with both quietude and vibrancy. At first glance, the composition seems simple, yet it is intricately crafted. At the center, lustrous and soft-looking peaches rest casually in the ceramic planter. The jardinière is an ornate French faience piece adorned with traditional blue and white motifs, forming a striking contrast with the warm hues of the fruit. The peach surfaces feature a delicately rendered fuzz, with subtle gradations of color and a sheen that reflects light, showcasing a perfect fusion of realism and impressionist sensitivity. Beneath the fruit lies a crumpled tablecloth, its folds flowing gently to imbue the entire canvas with a soft rhythm. The cloth's subdued tones, white, beige, and blue, subtly enhance the red and yellow hues of the peaches. Critics at the 1882 Impressionist Exhibition marveled at the work's velvety rendering and illusory realism. These reactions speak to Renoir's adept integration of realistic techniques within the framework of Impressionism. For the peaches, Renoir did not rely on thick applications of paint. Instead, he captured the plump texture and the delicate fuzz using soft brushwork and layered colors. His strokes are smooth, capturing weight, moisture, and the way light reflects off surfaces, thus conveying a tactile quality. Particularly striking is the pale white highlight on the peaches, masterfully suggesting sunlight reflecting off their skins, an example of Renoir's keen observation and expressive power. In contrast, the depiction of the jardinière and the cloth remains impressionistic, with softened outlines shaped by blurred color and form. Renoir's skilled hand integrates disparate materials, hard ceramics, tender fruit, and pliable fabric, into a harmonious whole through unified brushwork and palette. In Renoir's art, color and light are not merely descriptive tools, they breathe life into the canvas. In Still Life with Peaches, warm tones of the fruit and cool hues of the planter are perfectly balanced, while the gentle shadows cast by light add depth and coherence. Each peach is painted with intricate variations in color, orange-tinged yellow, warm red, and sometimes bluish shadows, testifying to Renoir's profound understanding of natural light, honed through painting outdoors. For him, light didn't simply illuminate objects, it altered colors and animated the space. By bringing this sensibility into his still life painting, he imbued the work with a dynamic quality akin to that of landscapes or portraits. Within the Impressionist movement, still life was often undervalued compared to landscapes or figure painting. Yet Renoir recognized its potential and pursued the challenge of expressing as many aesthetic qualities as possible within a limited subject. Combining elements of varying shape and color, fruit, ceramic, and fabric into a unified composition was a challenge that culminated in this exceptional piece. Through Still Life with Peaches, Renoir not only celebrates the material beauty of objects but also endeavors to express the light, air, and passage of time that surround them. This is not a photographic record, but rather a visual poetry that speaks directly to the viewer's senses. Following its acclaim at the 1882 exhibition, the painting became firmly established as a landmark of Renoir's still life oeuvre. It has continued to be highly esteemed by art historians and curators into the 20th and 21st centuries and is now on view in the Metropolitan Museum's Impressionist Gallery, displayed alongside contemporary landscapes and portraits. By comparing this work to the other Still Life with Peaches, also held by the Met, one can appreciate Renoir's emphasis on spontaneity and variation. Even with the same jardinière and fruit, differences in lighting, cloth drapery, and fruit arrangement yield entirely distinct expressions. To Renoir, painting was a means of conveying a joie de vivre, the joy of life. Still Life with Peaches most directly embodies this artistic philosophy. The freshness of the fruit, the warmth of the colors, and the harmony between elements all work together to evoke a sense of richness and happiness in the viewer. Even within the quietness of a still life, one feels an abundant vitality and the flow of time. This is not merely a painting of peaches, it is a crystallization of beauty discovered at the intersection of nature and human aesthetic sensibility.